Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of the SVI podcast series. We have started this series in order to apprise the audience about the pertinent ongoing developments. And today I'm joined by the Executive Director, Dr. Naeem Salik. Today we are going to talk about the ICBM issue that has recently come to light. In a symposium in India, the Defense Research and Development Organization's chairman actually said that DRDO rather is ready to initiate the program and it is waiting for the central government start. Now, I want to know from Dr. Naeem Salik that is there any operational need for India to have a ICBM?
Okay, the point is that there are many areas in which India goes to develop weapons and other systems. For instance, they have been developing ballistic missile defense systems, and now the talk of the ICBM. It's not really the operational necessity, but Indians want to play in the big league, and they do a lot of things for prestige purposes. They want to do things which only a few countries in the world can. For instance, the P5, and India wants to be the sixth country or fifth country in developing such kind of capabilities. If you look at the operational necessity for Pakistan, obviously they do not need this kind of a weapon system. There are enough missiles with them which can cover whole length and breadth of Pakistan. As far as China is concerned, all key critical targets on the Chinese territory can be covered with the missiles which India has already operationalized, like Agni-IV and Agni-V. So do they want to pose a threat to the North America continent, or there are other ambitions? This thing is not new really. If you go back to 1998, in the October 1998 issue of the United Services Institute of India journal, Bharat Karnad, one of the hawkish Indian analysts, wrote an article in which he said that we would need about 400 thermonuclear weapons with ICBM delivery systems, and unless we are able to reach the American mainland, our deterrence will not be credible. So that kind of a thinking has been there for a long time, but now they are practically talking about developing that capability and testing it. It's very ironic that the American officials, they have been talking about imaginary and speculative Pakistani capability to develop ICBMs which could reach American mainland without any evidence, without any proof that Pakistan is really working towards that end. But interestingly, so far, no reaction from American officials or any academic or researcher has come on India's ambitions to develop the ICBMs.
Actually, this is something I wanted to get into because a few days back I was going through an article on Arms Control Association, and it dates back to 20 years when there was a deal in making between India and the United States. The US analysts at the time were skeptical of this cooperation, and the article actually said that the space cooperation, in particular between the United States and India, is going to help the latter with its ambition of the ICBM. So, if there is a realization in the academic community inside the United States, why do you think it does not translate into the policy dimension as well? Why India is not perceived as a threat, as you just said, comparatively? If there is any speck of, if there is just a speck of any speculation regarding Pakistan's ambition, they go haywire. So, what do you think? What's the difference here?
I think this is the political and preferences of the US administration, because they have a very wide-ranging defense cooperation agreement with India, which was signed in 2005 and then extended for 10 years, again extended for another 10 years. And they have been cooperating in space, in ballistic missile defense, in many other areas, and space particularly, because that has helped India in further developing their long-range missile capability. They have been launching the polar satellite vehicles and geostationary vehicles, and that capability can be modified and translated into ICBM capability. And the assistance which has been provided to India in very sophisticated technologies related to space, they are definitely contributing to India's missile ambitions as well. And strangely enough, as you mentioned, that although arms controllers today and other journals might have picked it up, but the official America is silent in this, because they do not consider India as a threat, at least as of now.
And finally, if you could throw some light on this aspect, that how do you think that this duplicity in the West's treatment when it comes to such matters is going to impact the non-proliferation regime and particularly the strategic stability at the global level?
The point is that there is always, in the arms control disarmament and implementation of non-proliferation regime, it is always a selective implication. They do not go for any fairness or any equality between states. It's their political preferences according to which they take these developments. And in case of India, they usually look at all these developments which India is making as against China. And the more capable India is to hit China, they are happy and satisfied about it. They don't think anything which India is developing can threaten them. Also, they look at it as a challenge to China. But interestingly, a missile which has this kind of range can be turned around in any direction and can reach any target. It is not China specific, does not carry a red star on it. So they have to be mindful of its long-term implications.
Well, that is a separate debate to go into, that how much of a counterweight India actually is compared to China. But that is it for today. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. And we will be back with another hot issue.